Well, yeah, but I know that's a bad idea because... No, because...
We gotta do
Oh, we're recording.
Do you like my hat?
Your
My
levels are
bright pink
good.
hat.
I see my levels. They're loud. Your levels are good.
Your levels are good.
my levels. Oh, can
This is
I
news.
give you guys can we do a bees meeting really fast?
Let's do it. Can
Okay.
it be on the record?
We
Is it on the record?
We got minutes.
Well, it can, but I don't want it to count towards our episode time.
It won't.
Okay.
You can just cut it all.
I can cut
Okay.
it all out.
Cut it.
So-
play ahead.
But if it's funny, then we'll
Control T.
keep it.
I want to give y'all an update on who I got booked.
Yes.
I got a schedule going
I got news on that front as well.
for booking.
Recruits.
Okay.
Recruits.
So
We're
this
gonna
week
have
is
so
clearly-
far out.
This week is clearly solo bees.
Hello, bees.
Next week, the 15th, we have Caden.
Oh my gosh.
We gotta start coming up.
Mysticize
What
more?
we're gonna talk about? I got a burp. Is that cool?
We should
It's
talk
cool.
about slang. we should have a list of our favorite slang words.
I
With
don't
Caden?
have any
Yeah.
slang. All my slang has been debunked.
No, I think that's why it would be funny. I think we should.
What
do
if your slang has been debunked?
Coin.
I like that though. I think you should keep it.
You're the coin lab partner.
I'm gonna put that on my resume. Coin lab partner.
Writes down on palm of hand. Coin lab partner.
I like when you say to avoid saying a curse. You'll give the first letter.
I love what the H. What the H is so good.
But yeah, you have slang. I feel like
You have slang. I think we should do top 5
With
slang
Caden?
words. Yeah.
Okay. So
or something
the follow-
about Gen Z millennial related. Because I know you're technically Gen Z, but you have millennial energy. With love.
All right.
I think that's a cool thing.
Okay.
In some
Yeah,
cases.
I was thinking about this earlier.
You're,
that
purebred
I am
millennial.
purebred millennial.
Yeah.
I don't.
Pushing
I have
30.
to have things explained to me.
Core.
You
Docs.
you get it. You just get it.
Yeah.
I don't know what what memes you're looking at on the internet that you
don't
just
wanna
adopt.
see.
That you just
They're so
adopt these
stupid.
phrases and things into your normal everyday language.
My
just-
vernacular. Vernacular.
Your vernacular.
That's a good word.
And then Ashley, she's got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. But
That's
I think
true.
the 1 foot out of Gen Z is because of your parents, that you were raised around.
that's true.
They're not boomers.
No, they're like Gen X. So they were
But-
born in the
Gen
70s.
X.
Your sister is also older than you. She's Gen Z.
She's
not.
98, so she's I
Gen-
think she's considered Z too.
Yeah, she is.
I don't know. I think
I think you can go either way. It depends on the reference.
yeah, maybe the reason is I've never been super immersed on the internet, and my friends really haven't until
You're
some of the
welcome.
friends I have now.
Ashley's staring at me.
But I don't know. Some stuff I get, sometimes I don't.
Are we done with our B meeting?
Right, so
No.
we haven't
No,
even
we-
touched
No,
the B meeting.
I just told you about one guest.
B.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
let's keep
the
going.
following week after Caden is the 22nd. That'll be solo bees. Next guest, the 29th, is Davis.
Davis.
Legend. He confirmed.
He did confirm.
He did confirm with our
legend.
people. He confirmed with Dan.
He actually confirmed with me. Because that's
She shut that down
She
so
looked
quick.
at me
She
side
was like,
eye.
why are you doing this to me
I
right
looked
now?
at you as if I was looking at Dan.
Like you don't look at me like
Guys,
that.
we've never seen Collin
Well,
and Dan in the same
the
room.
Maybe I
same
never
room.
will again,
Ever.
as long as you don't.
It's like
mess
Batman
up.
or Spider-Man.
Next guest, the 5th, is a solo episode.
Okay.
The guest after that is the 12th. That's Victoria.
Okay.
Then solo bees.
Solo bees.
The 26th of September, we have Stinto.
Stinto.
Slay.
We have a solo on the 3rd of October,
Third.
and then Kinsey on the 10th. And that's as far
Yes.
as I've gone, y'all.
I have news. I talked to Dalton today.
Who's
Have you met Dalton? No, you don't, because he always comes in closing. He's friends
BFFs
with Kyle.
with Kyle.
BFFs. They work together. I was talking to him about the
Did he
Have they
used to come in
listened?
the mornings?
I've been talking.
Dalton, is he married?
started.
No,
He hasn't
that
finished.
is that's the guy that used to come in with him sometimes. That's a different guy. I can't remember his name.
Okay.
This guy, yeah, he only ever comes in for closing. His gauges.
And tattoos.
And tattoos. But we were talking because he actually brought up the podcast with me on Tuesday when he came in.
He
we were talking
brought it
about. He
up?
was like,
Oh, Kyle told me you guys have a podcast.
and I was like,
Kyle's
Kyle's
spreading the
yapping
word.
about us.
He's
Kyle
taking
loves
that
us
seed
so
and chucking
much.
it. Sticking that
And
seed and chucking
I told him on Tuesday, I was like, yeah, we're trying to get him on. And he was like,
Yeah, Kyle's a hard one to crack.
and we were talking. Anyway, he came in today. I asked him, like, hey, if you listen to the podcast? And he was like,
Sorry, I'm gonna finish up my ride home today.
I was like, okay, awesome. And I was like,
Yeah, we're really trying to get Kyle on. Can you put in a good word for us?
and he said,
I can make it happen.
I was like, so we might get Kyle on the
Dylan's
pod.
gonna make it happen.
Dalton.
Dalton's gonna make it happen. Also, Savannah said that we can say her name.
About in reference to what?
Did that one air that we
What?
bleeped her? That was
What
funny.
is that?
Savannah?
Yeah, when
Green
we were
hair.
talking
She
about
has
her.
green
I know
hair.
I know
Green
who
tips
she
on her.
is.
We were talking
But
about how she
what did we
knows
talk
what
about her?
subreddit it is.
Oh, she
But
was the one
we
telling us.
didn't.
I doxed her on the podcast.
She's the one
Yeah.
that told us.
We told
Did
her
she think it was
address.
funny?
She thought it was funny. She was like, "You can use my name. Do it.
Okay.
Use my name." So we will use her name.
The more we bleep,
Username.
though, the more it's funny.
Yes.
I
We need to
do
start
agree.
bleeping adjectives. Period.
So that's all I had for the B meeting.
Yeah.
Okay, that's so exciting. You're done. You don't have to do any work. You don't have to come to the office at all because
Except
you've
you
already
do,
got
'cause we have
everything
to
scheduled out.
record.
But
This is the only day I have to
We
show
should make
up
a
to the
shared
office.
calendar.
yes.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do that.
Shared calendar.
Google.
Google
Calendar.
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 Why do I have the Gmail app, but it's giving me ads?
Gmail app gives ad?
In between my emails.
Oh, like sponsored. I have those.
Yeah.
Be Real does ads now.
Yeah. Stupid. Even if you're
My Be Real didn't go off on time today. I was with Stinto, and hers went off. And I was like, oh, mine's delayed. It'll go off. It didn't go off. I opened the thing, I kept refreshing, and I kept seeing everybody's Be Reals from yesterday.
It be happening. It
So
be
I
doing
was
that.
late.
Boo. Boo, be real.
Isn't that kind of a flex, though? We were talking about that a second on Tuesday. Nope, because I didn't work on Tuesday. Who did I talk about
I
that
don't
with?
know. I feel like
That
I don't
posting your
know
Be
you
Real
this
late is
week.
kind of a flex because you've got other things that you're doing.
Yeah,
I would agree. But I like being on time.
but I
'Cause
was
then
only
could
like
take
6
extras.
minutes late. So I was doing something for 6 minutes, and then I decided to take my Be Real. On my time.
Period.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? My
Brett
husband is
Summer.
real. He just doesn't like to be on Facebook.
So I put him on the family page.
Yeah. That's so awesome. Good job, Ashley.
Thank you.
Scheduling out far in advance.
Thanks. I love a task, and you know what? I'm gonna get it done.
You are. If
Ashley
Ashley does
Lynn's gonna
anything,
get it
she gets it
done.
done. Period. She just put her gun in her holster. Welcome to Three Bees on a Pod. I'm Collin.
I'm
Oh.
Ashley. Who goes second? Sometimes we
I don't
alternate.
know. We switch off.
I just look.
We should do Cha. C-H-A. Cha.
It's Cha.
Okay.
No. Okay.
Cha
We have
is
to redo
back.
it. We have to redo it now.
Hold on, I
redo
need to
it.
put Vaseline
Cha.
on my lips.
I'm last.
Because you were really lacking in enthusiasm.
Yeah, it was because I realized my lips were chapped.
Will you grab me a
just gonna go
sparkling
ahead.
water over there, sparkling seltzer?
You want mango?
I do.
Ashley, you want?
No,
You
ma'am.
want
I got my
I'm
kombucha.
offering it for Colin.
No, I'm so glad. I love
I'm
it.
good. I'm so hydrated.
And
Everyone. Oh,
this episode is sponsored by all brands of sparkling water. Get it at a store near you
And
for a sparkling, refreshing glass of water.
And I would also like
a
to
sparkly
add
experience.
kombucha to that. Every kombucha.
What's the bucha?
This is Hans kombucha.
Is it
Mine.
Hans or Hans?
It's
Hans.
Do you know?
yeah, because the founder's name is Hannah. It's me. I own it.
Hannah.
That's so cool.
I
Hannah,
know, side
why do
business.
you have a deodorant-sized chapstick?
I prefer,
It's Vaseline.
I prefer
Why will
jumbo.
that-
You've never seen me pull this
Why
out?
would that wax
I
a
pull this
whole
out all
car?
the time.
I prefer jumbo glue stick.
Jumbo glue stick.
That's what it looks
Yeah,
like.
for the radio, my Vaseline stick is the size of a jumbo glue stick. Probably larger,
Should I?
but I love it and it works out well for me.
Should I start a timer?
I could do both lips at once.
Should we do that?
Yes, let's
Yes.
do that. We'll do section.
Okay, so
I
I'll
think-
start a 20-minute timer. Let
Let's
me make sure my
strategize.
sound's
I
down.
think that the only ones we should explain are our number ones.
Oh, are we gonna start with 5 and go
I
to
think
1?
we should start with 5 and go to
Okay.
1, and the only ones we should like
I don't necessarily have a lot to explain, though.
for your number ones.
Yeah, I mean.
Okay, well then
so
we can just
Well, let's do the
feel
intro.
it out. Let's just feel it
Let's
out.
do the intro,
And then I start the timer.
and then you start the timer. And Ashley, when you start the timer, you start us with what we're doing.
Hey guys, welcome back to 3B's on a
Pod.
I'm Collin.
I'm Hannah.
and I'm Ashley. So today we're gonna be talking about some of our favorite stuff. What were our categories, guys? Favorite movies,
He's a review of my
Movies,
favorite
television
things.
shows, music, artists. Is it, wait, okay, so
Music.
it's just music artists,
Yes.
or artists in general?
Not
because I have
visual-
both.
Oh,
That's
but
okay.
that's fine.
I
Art is
also-
art.
Did anybody else do books? Because I did books.
Yes, I did
struggle
books.
with books.
That's okay.
Colin doesn't read.
I don't read.
I still want to.
Sometimes when I have trouble reading long memes.
You just skip them.
Scroll 'em by.
You have the attention span of someone that's Gen Z. I'll give you that.
My attention span is 8.76 seconds.
That's so specific.
Thank you.
It's probably more than that.
It might be, but only if I try.
Okay.
Only if you put your back into it.
My-
For the radio. Colin just did a really weird dance. I didn't like it. He was
it
basically
didn't involve the
crumping,
lower portion of my
but
body,
without
just my
the
torso and
arms.
up.
You were crumping without the arms. It was
Crumping.
just the torso.
Isn't that a Fergie thing?
Yeah.
My favorite song is Fergie's National.
I knew you were going to say that. I love that.
All right, let's get started.
That
let's
was
do
a
this.
spoiler.
Let's begin. Movies.
Movies.
Movies. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Go.
Start with 5.
My number 5 movie is probably Knives Out.
Great movie.
That's a
Knives
good
Out.
one.
And you know what? I did something. I forgot the rest of the monologue, but I used to know it.
Well, what's sticking out to me right now is when he goes to grab the knife, and the murderer changes so much through the movie, and you can't really
know who it is?
The obscure scene of when she finds the woman in the old office building and she's dying of rat
Yeah, that was
poison.
crazy.
Weird.
That was weird. And then when you think
Spoiler.
she's dead at the end because he stabs her with the knife, and then the knife is fake.
It's a rubber knife.
Well,
Well,
it
it's
wasn't a
the
rubber knife. It
collapsible
was with
ones.
collapsible knives.
Yeah, same
Love
vibe.
that. Yeah, such a great movie.
Prop
I
movie.
watched it a couple times.
Love
the
that
most
movie.
recent time I watched it was with my friend.
Love Chris Evans.
And we just Chris Evans in that sweater.
I also have a Chris Evans movie on
Does
my
anyone
list.
have a fan?
Yeah, that cable knit sweater. I want one of those.
I want one so
am
bad.
a fan.
I am Chris Evans.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, I think Daniel Craig did a great job in
He
that
did.
movie.
he is so.
I'm excited for the
goofy.
next one.
yeah.
Glass Onion was good
there's been a murder
Wait,
in this murder house.
is Daniel Craig here with us?
Hello, my name is Dan.
too. Dan is actually Daniel Craig.
Our viewers are going to be so excited for this. Daniel Craig is
Daniel
in the
Craig
studio.
is a special guest.
Special guest.
Wow.
In full character.
Okay. Okay.
I do declare.
My number 5 is Pride and Prejudice 2005.
Bless. Love that movie.
That was good.
I love that movie. It was so good.
I watch that movie if I feel like I need to cry, but nothing has happened to me that makes me cry. But I know that I'll feel better if I
Yeah.
do. I watch that movie not because it's sad, because it's beautiful.
Is it like a
Literally.
Romeo and Juliet thing?
Colin, have you never seen Pride
I've
and Prejudice?
never.
Oh my gosh. We literally do.
It's so
We
good.
literally do.
Is it because it's a B movie?
No, it's an A movie,
Okay.
but the bees will watch it.
This B is probably gonna watch it.
Yeah, you
Okay.
are.
It's
It's a wonderful movie.
Okay, cool.
Best of all time.
It's so good.
Maybe.
Keira Knightley,
B.O.T.
Mr. Darcy, whatever his name is.
Matthew McFadden.
Boat. Best of all time.
You're
Tell
the,
me why I thought
You're
that
the
was an
boat.
original.
You're the boat. I'm gonna start saying that. That's good.
You're straight up the
Touch
boat.
the butt. You know? Why isn't that in my top 5?
Nemo reference.
Switch
Okay.
it, switch it.
Yeah, I appreciate that because I don't know anything about it, but I also know
Great
it's very
movie.
gentle.
Great movie.
It's
is.
a gentle movie.
It's gentle.
The
It's very
score,
frolicky.
I listen to the soundtrack honestly a lot.
It's really good.
It's just beautiful. It's just music, but man, there's not a bad scene. There's not a bad scene.
My number 5 is The Chronicles of Narnia: Voyage of the Dawn Treader. I Love that
I am
movie.
cheese cat
so
facing right
much.
now. Like, cat
Yeah.
cheese face.
Yes.
'Cause
I love that
That's
movie.
a scary movie.
It is scary. It was the first movie I watched as a kid where I was like, oh, this is low-key kind of spooky. I'm a little freaked out, but I loved it.
The Cave?
And it's the one where Edmund gets hot and nice and not as bratty.
I can't see him
Is
without a
Edmund
busted
It
what's
lip.
his
also
name?
has the kid with the eyebrows. Eustace. Love
More
that
like
man. Will Poulter?
useless.
Will Poulter is fine.
Is he?
Fine. Yeah. Now? Oh, yeah.
Was he the
is.
guy?
Fine, man.
Was he the guy in that one movie with Jennifer Aniston
Yes,
and
We're the
Emma
Millers.
Roberts? We're the Millers.
Great movie.
And you saw his
That wasn't his.
tail. It wasn't his.
No way. He was a kid. Probably prosthetic.
Okay. Yeah.
Ain't no way. Great movie, though. It's funny.
I've not seen that.
Crime movie.
When the guy in front of them is in the little sedan and they find a tiny joint in his car and they beat him to death with clubs and they have an RV stacked with
Marijuana.
oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
When I like the part where he
Like their faces
the
or
girl
something.
kisses him because he's never kissed anyone, but they're pretending to be siblings, and this other girl sees them kissing, and she's like, "This family is messed up," because they're not actually related.
They're not
But
actually
she
really.
thought they were.
They're posing as a family
To smuggle
so that they can
weed over the
smuggle
border.
weed across the border.
Is
for
this
that,
with
so.
Jason Bateman? Is he the dad?
Jason Sudeikis.
Jason Sudeikis.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great movie.
Sudeikis.
Anyway, yeah, love that movie. Love Eustace.
Is
Love the
Amy
little rat guy
Sudeikis-
whose
is
name I
that-
forgot.
Amy Sudeikis? Or what's her name? Something Sudeikis from SNL. She's also in Broad City as the real estate agent with the broken neck. She
don't know.
always has a broken neck. She's always
Over
got
my
that.
head.
Okay.
I don't know.
Anyways, cool.
Love that movie. Great.
My number 4 is Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Great movie.
I relate hard
Yeah.
to that movie.
I've never seen that.
It is gorgeous.
You'll cry. You'll love it.
It is gorgeous.
It
I
is.
really appreciated the conflict, but the friendship that happened within the conflict, and that the only person that accepted him back into the group was the one that also didn't feel accepted by most people.
Yeah.
I feel like his story was told well, and that his mistakes were punished, not well, but accurately.
Yeah.
And I relate to just about every single scene in that movie. Not necessarily the ant
Yeah, the
stuff,
ant situation.
but it just makes me feel so much. I don't think I've ever watched a movie that
Yeah.
made me feel that attacked
Yeah.
/ seen or understood. So
Yeah.
number 4, we
That's
should watch that
good.
soon.
We should.
It's such a good one. If
Great
you haven't
movie.
seen it, note for the listener. If you haven't seen it, note
Watch
for the
it.
radio. Watch it. Check it out.
Read the book.
Read
the
the-
book's really good.
Okay, I'll read the book.
Don't you ever lie to me. All I need is honesty, okay?
It's a thin. Colin's shaking his head.
Note for the
It's a
radio.
small book, like this big.
Man, that got me emotional.
Really?
A little bit. I'm gonna be okay though.
My number 4 is Heat.
With Sandra Bullock.
No, that's The Heat. I'm familiar with that movie as well. Heat is starring Al Pacino and Robert De Niro.
This is so
that's
you.
so on brand.
That makes so much sense.
Also, Val Kilmer has an
Oh,
excellent
R.I.P.
performance.
legend.
Is that a man?
He's
Yes.
alive.
Is he really alive?
Yes,
I thought he was dead.
has cancer, but
Oh.
he is alive.
I
Maybe
fully
he'd
thought
rather
this man
not
was
be
dead.
alive.
He's the
but
guy.
His
He's the guy from Top
character-
Gun.
His character in
Never
Top
seen
Gun
it.
is dead, but he.
Oh, maybe
is-
that's why I thought he
yeah.
was dead. For
You
real.
guys really
It's
must think
so-
I'm more cultured than I am. Seeing all these movies, Pride and Prejudice.
I just feel like Top Gun's a movie.
Pride
that you'd
and
watch.
Prejudice.
We have to watch Bride and Prejudice.
Bride?
It's a Bollywood spin-off of Pride and Prejudice, but it's in
Stop.
English.
How long does it take the baby to fall off the cliff?
What?
We talked about this.
Bollywood movies have.
Yeah. There's always some crazy
It's like
situation.
she's got an 80-foot long braid and the baby's trapped in the end of it. And the mom and dad are like, no,
And there's really dramatic
Sahid.
music.
You know.
Oh my god.
Why does this happen? Why does this happen?
All right, carry on.
Anyway.
I'm sorry. I won't interrupt anymore.
I love this movie so much. It's a really long movie. It's basically about this group of like high profile like criminals.
OT.
They're not just robbing like banks for cash. They're robbing banks for like the bonds, like the high dollar stuff, which I didn't understand that at first. I'm like, why are they leaving all that cash? But they are like super professionals. Like they're really good at this. They've got it down to a science until there's a mishap. And I'm not going to tell you what the mishap is, but they come into the attention of this cop, a detective. And
Which
the
one of them's the
detective
cop?
is Al Pacino.
I knew it.
The the criminal
De Niro.
boss is De Niro.
Yeah.
Guys,
Checks out.
it is so good. I love this movie so much.
We watch.
I watch this movie at least twice a year,
That's crazy.
maybe more.
That's great. That's a good
I
movie.
love that.
It's a wonderful movie. And it kind of like the dynamic between you're seeing things from the cop's perspective and the criminal's perspective. And you
Nuance.
start to be like, wait, who am I rooting for?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
very Miami Heat. Miami Vice.
Yeah.
That
Right.
I said Heat because you're talking
Because the
about
movie's
Heat.
Heat. Highly recommended, guys. I love this movie so much.
Okay. My number 4, the best modern rom-com of all time. Anything past like 2010, best modern rom-com of all time. Set It Up. Great movie. Oh my God, great movie.
This
Glenn
is
Powell.
on the list.
Glenn Powell.
This is when 2018 Glenn Powell first comes on my radar from this movie. Excellent movie. No notes. I've seen it a bajillion times. I put it on every single time I clean my room. I put on this movie.
wash my room.
Yeah, I
Pressure
wash
wash my
every
room.
time I wash my room, you
pressure
know,
wash my room.
put it in the washer. Every time I clean it, I put on this movie. It's perfect movie. I quote this movie often on accident. I don't even realize I'm doing it, but there's a line in the movie where this guy says, "I need to be free of this." And I say that all the time, and I didn't even realize until I was talking to Ashley. What was it, yesterday?
Yeah.
And I said it, and I was
talking
like,
about my hair.
"Oh my gosh, this is crazy."
My number 3 is Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I need to watch it. I'm scared.
It is crazy. If Never Let Them Know Your Next Move was a movie, it's Everything Ever, and that's the point of it. Because to switch between universes, you have to do something that's so impossible and improbable for your person to do. So when you are in a sticky situation and you need to jump universes, then you just suck on someone's finger. Or you break sunglasses over your knee and then eat them. Or you get a paper cut between all 5 of your fingers. Or you poop in the Kroger. You do something that is so unlikely and unrealistic.
And then you switch.
And then you switch
leave.
universes. You leave universe. Yeah. So
Wow.
in fights, they'll be doing weird stuff like, I guess, like picking their nose. Pick their nose, eat it, they switch. Or they stub their toe really quick. But they'll have
Not worth it.
someone in their ear that's telling them, all right, the next jump, there's 2 things that will get you to jump, and you got to do this or this, and they've got to choose which one they want to do to get out of it. There's one universe where they have hot dog fingers, and that one's
I've
really
seen
weird.
that one.
That one's weird. But it's a really sweet story at the end of the day about a mom who has a very small worldview and struggles to love and accept her daughter, even if she doesn't agree with her life's choices. And the daughter turns out to be the great evil that she's going against. But the reason she's a great evil is because she's trying to defend herself against her mother's tradition and blah, blah, blah. While there's so many things in the movie that I disagree with, I do agree with the fact that a mom should love their kid no matter what, because love is the most universal language. And if you feel loved, then you're more open to help and correction and other worldviews and blah, blah, blah. And that's why I love the movie, because it is a mother's learning of her child, that she's putting herself and her fears aside of who her child might become.
Wow.
So it's a really sweet
That's
movie.
good. That I don't think I've really wanted to found myself wanting to watch the movie until now, because
so
of the way you just described it.
I highly recommend
Very
it.
8.
nice.
Yeah. Even for people who subscribe to more traditional religious views, I think it's a good movie for all of us to watch.
Period. Slay.
Period. All right, Ashley, what's your number
Brat
3?
Summer.
Slap Summer.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I'll quit. Ashley,
My number 3 is Say Anything. It's a John Cusack movie, and I watched.
Joan Cusack.
No, well, Joan actually is in it.
it's both of them.
Yeah, they're in it.
Wow.
She actually plays his older sister in the movie, which is really sweet.
How true.
But I don't want to ruin this movie by saying too much about it. So the only thing I'm going to say is that it's about love, like people experiencing love for the first time and just being young. And maybe it works out, maybe it doesn't. We don't know. But
So
it's
tea.
beautiful, the whole thing.
I love. My number 3 is Little Women, 1994. And I
Yes.
have to make this distinction.
Not the Timothy Chalamet.
No.
Timothée.
Love that man. Love that movie. It's great. But the 1994 version is just superior on all fronts. Winona Ryder, Christian
Oh,
Bale.
yes.
Agreed.
Christian
Superior-
Bale?
Christian Bale. He's Lord.
You
Superior
gotta see it.
on all fronts. So much better. And I
So
love
good.
everyone that's in the 2017 version.
Mm-hmm.
Timothy Chalamet, Florence Pugh, Emma Watson. Like, I love them all. I love Greta Gerwig. Like, the movie's
Saoirse.
so good. Saoirse. Yeah, I forgot about her. Oh, my God. The movie's so good.
It's a star-studded cast.
For me, like, the only reason I liked the 2017 version as much as I did is because I've seen the 1994 version and I know that version. I think if I saw the 2017 version without context, it wouldn't have made a lot of sense to me.
Yeah. My number 2 is Mad Money.
Ooh,
Have you ever seen or heard of Mad Money?
nope.
Mad Money is a movie starring Diane Keaton, Katie Holmes, and
Ooh.
Queen Latifah.
Oh,
Ooh.
Oh,
okay. What a girl group.
my gosh. Name a better trio. You can't.
Us.
You probably can't. Oh my gosh. You're so right. We're the
know.
boats.
Yeah.
Who?
The boat.
Which one of us would be who?
I want to be
Actually,
Diane
Diane
Keaton so
Keaton.
bad.
Yes.
Diane Keaton.
Don't say it. Colin's gonna give me Queen Latifah. I already. This
you
is
have
racial
sass.
profiling.
No,
I'm just
it's
kidding.
not that. It's you have
Kidding.
sass.
Yeah, I'll take
You have
it.
the big personality, you know, the boss energy. And
Okay.
she takes charge in any room she's in,
That's true.
obviously.
Because I've
And
been
then
doing that.
I'm Katie Holmes, the more ditzy, whimsical. I'm just here in an RV.
I low-key think we fit all these really well.
We fit them way too
It's
well.
really
So the
funny.
movie's all about Diane Keaton's character. She plays a very she married a successful man. They're older. They're
Ooh,
towards retirement
Ashley's
age,
got
and he
money.
loses his job.
Oh.
Their money starts dwindling
does
because they
not have
live
money.
a really fantastic life. So she has to go back to work after exhausting all of her other resources. She gets hired at this government building where they dispose of old money, which is where she meets Queen Latifah and Katie Holmes.
Right.
She starts thinking to herself, all this money, they're just destroying it. Who would notice if it was gone?
Ashley starts a heist.
And she's looking around the factory, kind of testing to see who would be a good partner in this. And she sees Queen Latifah,
Of
Katie
course.
Holmes. They're the ones. She approaches them at first. Queen Latifah says no, but then
Oh.
Diane Keaton keeps like, but don't you want your kids to go to this nice school? They're super smart. They got this grade. Look at all these places you could take them and the house you could afford. And she eventually gives in. They do this heist, make so much money, but then they have to take a break because people are getting onto them and they have it down to a science, just like Heat, you know?
Yeah.
And at the end of the movie, Mad Money comes to fruition with they get caught. Their decision is, do we give up everything and go our own way, or do we go to jail forever?
Okay.
So it's a power comedy.
Love.
It's thrilling and fun and exciting,
I love
and
crime.
I've seen it probably 30 times.
I like that you have a heist movie too.
I love a heist. I
Yeah, I
love
don't really
I love
have
a
a heist
mystery-ish, like a get away with it kind of.
I
Catch
like
That Kid.
the suspense.
Remember Catch That Kid?
Nope.
With Corbin Blue and Kristen Stewart, and
This is a real movie.
this is a real movie.
I don't know this.
Okay, well, maybe I'll double that as my 4th favorite movie because I watched that kid. That's the reason I broke my arm. That movie is the whole reason I broke my arm. because
You
she
broke
was.
it
I
on
was doing a
purpose?
stunt from the movie, and I fell off the monkey bars.
Wait, you broke your arm falling off the
I
monkey bars?
snapped my arm.
I broke my falling off the monkey bars.
Hannah, why are we the same person?
I don't know.
It's the same.
We are the
Crazy.
same. Literally.
Which arm did you break?
My right arm.
I broke my right wrist.
Hannah,
That's so
how
tea.
old were you when you did that?
7.
I was.
Were you actually? Stop lying.
I've never
I don't
seen
believe
Collin
you.
and Hannah in the same.
I
Actually,
don't
yes, I
believe
have.
you.
Yes.
I need to call my mom.
Collin
I need
and
to
Hannah
call my mom
aren't
and ask
real.
her.
Oh,
All right, we're gonna have a special guest on the
Intermish.
pod.
Hello.
hi.
She has a fee. You can't just put her on there without paying her fees.
What's your fee, Mama?
What's the
She's got a
fee?
marketing fee.
Let me think it through.
We're calling because we're discussing that movie Catch That Kid. Remember that one we watched when we were kids? Little babies?
Catch that kid.
The reason I broke my arm on the monkey bars.
That wasn't Catch
Spy
That
Kids. That was
Spy
Spy
Kids.
Kids.
That's not Spy Kids. Don't even play that. It was Catch That Kid with Kristen Stewart and Corbin Blue.
Well, it's really funny that you call and ask this question in reference to that injury you got, because I was thinking yesterday when I was driving that you guys should do a podcast on
I know. Yep, you're right. I'm sorry.
funny childhood injuries, because you have so many.
That's
I
so
do.
funny.
You do. We could make a long list.
So many. I was wondering how old I was when I broke my arm.
Okay, how old was he, Michael?
5 or 6. Probably
You were-
6. Because he was little bitty. We had just moved in out of Kunkel, hadn't we?
Had we just moved there? It was very early on at Kunkel.
Okay. I was wondering if I was 7 because that's when Hannah broke her right wrist.
Well, actually, I was 6 because it was right before my 7th birthday. So I guess I was 6.
Oh
We're
my
the same
gosh.
age.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I had a cast on my birthday.
We really nailed
Whoa.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Iconic.
If I could find those pictures, I have no idea where they are right this minute. I'd have to look at like 6 different places to find it.
Okay. All right. Well,
But,
when you
yeah,
find it,
you
text
were-
it to me.
I mean, you were definitely small.
That was before any of them were famous, isn't it?
That was way before we. Oh yeah, them, not us. Kristen Stewart.
It was way before you became famous.
Yeah.
Colin.
Kristen
No,
Stewart and Corbin Blue.
Famous.
They do you really well at the emergency room.
At school,
Yeah.
they knew
He
you
was
well. In the
famous at the
neighborhood, they knew you
emergency
well.
They
At
did.
church, they knew you well.
I'd be going in
You
for
were-
stitches, and they'd be like, "Boys back."
Yeah, you know where your seat is. Go take it.
Thank you. We just wanted to confirm that we were the same age.
Yeah. All right.
Love you guys. Mwah. They're so sweet, so cute.
Special guest.
Dad was like, you were little bitty. So
Little
sweet.
bitty. That's so sweet. Little bitty.
Okay. Yeah, so that's Mad Money. That was my thing. The heist.
Catch That
That kid. Honestly, iconic. Okay.
Ashley
you're
Lynn.
number 2.
Oh yeah, it was while you were sleeping.
Oh yeah,
I
duh.
love that movie because it makes me feel safe. It's so cozy. The main character, she's really lonely. Like, she has no family. She works every holiday. Her boss always gets her to work the holidays because he knows she doesn't have anywhere else to be. And it's really sad. And the whole thing is about her getting a family from this crazy
thing that
this
happens.
crazy accident that happens, and there's lying involved. There's
So much lying.
Yeah,
Lots
there's
of
just
lying.
just
Fib
misunderstandings.
after fib.
But even so, she gets a family in the end, and it
Mm-hmm.
makes me feel happy.
That's
I
so
watch.
beauty.
I guess it's considered a Christmas movie. Christmas
really?
happens during
I never
it.
watched it.
But yeah, I watch it. I watch it throughout the year. I watched it the other day, and it's not Christmas.
Oh, I love that.
It's August. Hannah, what's your number
What's your number two?
two?
My number 2 is Chris Evans, Captain America: Winter Soldier.
I thought you were gonna say Chris Evans' discography,
Chris-
and I was gonna say
Yeah, every
What's
Chris
his
Evans movie
discography?
How'd
ever.
you
What
do
is
that?
what's his discography?
Filmography, I think, for movies. But
what if
every
he was a singer?
what Chris Evans singer era. Love that.
He should.
I'm working late
Because
'cause I'm a
Captain
singer.
America.
My favorite Marvel movie, I think, is Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier.
Great movie, all around, perfect, beautiful. when they go and they plug in that little USB in the Apple store, and there's tension there.
Oh my
the
god.
Oh my god.
And then
That
they make out on
is-
the escalator.
And they make out. I wanted them to get married so bad.
I knew they weren't.
So
I knew they
I
wouldn't
knew that
have.
I knew they weren't, and I knew I was getting let on. and I
It
don't
was
even
fun
care.
at the time,
That feels like
though.
such an
Great.
obscure movie.
Oh, love that movie.
Age
One
of
of the
Ultron,
best.
obscure.
Yeah, kind of.
No one saw that movie.
I did.
I did too.
So people did see that movie.
Definitely did.
Some
Okay.
people did.
Yeah. Okay.
Number one.
My number one. I have two for number one.
Oh, this guy.
National Treasure.
I knew that would be on someone's list.
1 and 2.
Oh, okay.
I
that's
Great
fair.
movie.
love those movies. I love those movies so much. I watched them last week. I used to watch them weekly. I've seen these movies, I want to say, each probably 50 to 60 times.
Crazy. Love
Because
that.
when I couldn't get enough. I loved it. And every time I see a new detail that I didn't notice before.
Yeah.
Great
Period.
films.
Great films. Great show.
Great show. Great show. Good show.
The pause before Ashley says, rate show. She said rate show.
It's just silent. Oh, great show.
I love it.
Ashley Lynn, what's
My
your number one?
one favorite movie ever is
National Tre-
Tombstone. It's a
Is
western.
that with Angelina Jolie?
No, that's Tomb Raider. That's a good
This
one.
guy.
That's a good one. I love that I know exactly what you're talking about. No, that's a great movie too. But no.
Laughter isn't content, Hannah.
Okay.
Laughter is not content.
Yeah, laughter. Yeah.
That's so good.
It's a western.
Okay.
It's a
Yum.
western. It
Is it
came
old?
out. No. Well, yeah, I mean now it is, but
Relatively old.
relative to other westerns like
Newer.
it came out in the 90s.
Oh, okay. I was
So-
thinking like, 30s, 40s,
Well,
black
Val
and white
Kilmer
Western.
was in it. He played Doc Holliday. Kurt Russell. It's
I've
like
heard
the
of this.
story. It's the story of the Earps when they went
Mm-hmm.
to Tombstone. It's pretty. I don't know. It's not completely historically accurate,
Mm-hmm.
but I think that's one of the reasons I like it because I love, like when I read, I love a historical fiction. I love that it's based in truth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Friendship is a big part of it. It's about family, and it's also about the West. And I'm fascinated by the American West. And people say that Kurt Russell like ghost directed it. He starred in the movie, and like another guy was like billed as the director, George Cosmastos or something like that.
What a name.
Correct me in the subreddit. But yeah, I don't know if it's true. I've just heard that
That's so
it's a
tea,
rumor
though.
that Kurt Russell
That's
like
crazy.
directed it. It's so good. It's shot beautifully. I believe with my whole heart that Val Kilmer should have gotten at least nominated for some sort of award for his performance
Really?
as a man who was dying of tuberculosis. And
Oh.
but he was also like
Period.
a cool guy, like the coolest guy in the movie.
My grandma had
Holiday.
tuberculosis.
Really?
Yeah.
Poor woman.
She's still alive. Don't worry, friends.
Okay.
She is
made it
with
through.
us.
She
She
survived.
made
She
it through
is
the
here.
She
storm.
whipped that TB.
Yeah, she whipped that TB.
She widowy did.
She widowy whipped that TB.
She widowy gwittied all over that TB.
See, this is when
Yeah, that.
this is when I cut you off.
This is when I stop.
My number one, The Hunger Games: Catching Fire.
Not
My-
what the what?
Catching Fire.
The second one?
It's the best one out of all four.
Allow
It is the best
10,
one out of all
9,
four.
8 sound. That's my favorite scene.
Continue.
Okay. Anyway, my favorite out of all of them, the best one, period. The part at the end where she wakes up and he goes, Katniss, there is no District 12. Ugh! Changed my life.
There's no what? The whole time there was no District 12?
No! At the end of At the end of Catching Fire, they find out that President Snow has burned down, bombed District 12. And she
Obliterated.
wakes up because they airlifted her out of the thing. They blew up the
Yeah, because she
they blew up the
cracked the
thing.
code.
Yeah, they airlift her out of there. The rebels do, and then they find out District 13 airlifts her out of there, and she wakes up. This is my favorite shot in a movie of all time. It's at the very end. She wakes up. She's talking to Liam Hemsworth, Gail. She's talking to him.
What?
And she
No,
goes,
don't
what
ill
about
him.
District 12? And he goes, Katniss, there is no District 12. And the shot is of her face, and you can see her face change from like grief and despair into rage, and then it goes black in the credits. Beautiful, beautiful, great movie, my fave.
She really is a great actress. The fact
love
that
her.
she's been settling for
Are you talking about No Hard Feelings?
yeah.
I knew you were.
The
I
fact
love
that she's been
movie.
settling for these gross movies that don't
was her
compliment
idea.
her. It was her idea.
She
Why is
wanted
she
to.
becoming an Amy Schumer?
Yeah.
Aren't they BFFs?
I
They are
hope not, because
BFFs,
that's
I
gonna
think.
ruin her career.
Anyway,
Hot take.
next, books.
Books.
Books. We gotta speed run this, guys.
My number 5 book is the science book that Ashley wrote.
Yes!
You've never even read this book.
He doesn't even need to.
I don't need to. I just know
Guys, my book made a top 5 list.
it did.
Yeah!
It did.
Critically acclaimed.
Honestly, I don't know what it's even about. But is it even about science?
Yes.
Okay, it is science.
It's Kentucky 11th
Kentucky
grade?
11th grade science.
Science.
We're good.
We're good. Finally.
Finally.
Well, if you've made it this far into the podcast, you probably recognize that the cadence has changed. We
We're
have
mad.
We are
P.O.'d. Mad.
T.O.'d.
What's that mean?
Ticked off.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, well, we had an audio issue. So the
I
rest of this
clipping?
episode, yeah, we did record it.
Oh my god.
Who's clipping?
It's heckin' me.
I was like, that is so big. I'm so glad I looked over there.
Who's me? Is mine good?
Me.
Hello.
That was so scary.
So we just went through a bunch of movies and stuff like that, and now we're gonna go into books. We're gonna do speed round because
Yes,
we've got
speed
other
round.
episodes to record for y'all.
Yeah, we're changing
We're
up the
busy
format.
bees.
Miss Computer, she cannot keep up with how much we yap.
She can't.
So we're gonna try to tone down the yapping as much as possible, while also still yapping.
Yeah, what's wild is I lost, I think, an hour and a half of content that no one will ever hear, not even us.
Oh, period.
We'll never know.
From
Lost
what?
to the wind.
From what?
From
ep-
us.
To the cloud,
From
the
this
abyss.
From
episode.
this?
Guan.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I
Can you
thought.
believe it?
Never mind.
All
We'll
right.
talk about it later.
All right, let's go.
Who's going first?
with books?
Starting
Let's
with
go Cha.
5.
Starting number 5.
Cha?
Cha.
Okay.
Colin, Hannah, Ashley.
Cool.
My number, I don't like the. Okay, yeah. My number 5 is the science book that Ashley wrote.
Oh, Ashley
This is
Lynn,
gonna be
ABC
fun. Okay, this is
Slay.
gonna be fun to revisit these.
My number 5 is Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. Great book.
we
Slay.
watched that movie today.
We did.
We did. Several times. My number 5 is True Grit by Charles Portis. They made a couple movies adapted from
Yeah.
that, but the book is best.
But your favorite is not the one with Bruce Willis. The one with
Ashley
Kenny
just
Chesney.
looked really confused.
right.
the one.
Kenny Chesney one.
Guys, I think this is the opposite of a speed round.
Oh my bad.
Sorry.
My number 4. My number 4 is of Mice and Men.
Mine is The Great Gatsby.
Lovely.
Lovely.
Number 4, Once We Were Brothers by Ronald Balson.
We're really slipping into some accents here.
Sorry.
I know.
Sorry.
It's
Number
unavoidable.
3, Unexpected, Christine Kane.
Number 3, Normal People by Sally Rooney.
Sally Fields.
Number 3, The Picture of Dorian Gray.
8.
I bet that was a good picture. Kind of like the picture of heckin', what's his name?
Ian Somerhalder.
Ian Somerhalder.
I need that picture. I need to
as a
find
newsie.
it. I can't find it.
I need it
feel
put-
like it's been scrubbed off
We
the
got to
internet.
put it on the Reddit.
Yes.
We'll put it on the Reddit. Number 2, Mystery of the Marble Angel. I read that book 7 times in one day.
Yes.
I've heard a lot about this.
Number 2, Sunburn by Chloe Michelle Howarth. Best book I've read this year so far. Awesome.
Nice. Number 2, And Then There Were None by the Queen of Mystery, Agatha Christie.
The Queen of Agatha Christie.
Agatha, we love you.
And then my number 1 is the Bible.
Called it.
Called
But
it.
if I had to choose a book within the Bible, it would probably be either John or Second Thessalonians. I've been loving Second Thess recently.
Like Second Peter.
Second Peter. Go off. First and second, third John, June the Revelation.
Yeah, exactly. Love.
All right, you're number one.
My number one is called Love is a Mixtape by Rob Sheffield. I originally started reading this book. Rob Sheffield is the editor-in-chief of Rolling Stone magazine. But he's been in like the music journalism world forever. And I originally started reading this book because I saw a picture of Harry Styles reading it for a photo shoot. This was my phase when I was reading literally everything possible that Harry Styles has read. Great phase. He's read some great literature, but this is my favorite book of all time. It's a memoir of Rob and his late wife and their kind of journey together and how music played a part in their story. And at the beginning of every chapter, there's like a little mixtape that you can listen to before or after a while that corresponds with the songs he's talking about, but also like makes sense for their story. And yeah, it's just a beautiful book. I cried a bajillion times. My favorite quote from this book. This is so important, and I forgot to pull it up. So
we're on the favorite quote now.
Quote. She's
favorite
quoting.
quote. I have to quote from this book because it's so good. I never like review anything on Goodreads. I always rate stuff, but I never write a review. This is the only book I think I've ever written. No.
Okay. All
Written
right,
a full review for. And my favorite quote is, "It was a smashing time and then it ended because that's what times do."
That's what times do.
It is a beautiful book. I cried a bajillion times reading it. I read it like in a day, and I've read it a million times since the first time I read it. I love it
I gotta read that.
so much. I have a copy if you want to borrow it.
I would love that.
It's great.
Love.
I love it. Ashley Lynn.
Ashley Lynn, number one, Little Women.
Yeah.
By Louisa May Alcott.
Period.
I love that book. That's my
Did no
favorite.
one else write that book? That's like a her thing.
Yeah, it's based on her life.
Her life. Let's go on to shows. My number 5 is Fall of the House of Usher. It's on Netflix. It's super scary, super weird, super awful.
Crazy.
Guilty pleasure.
My number 5 is Glee, one of the funniest satirical shows of all time. I love it to death. I've watched it so many times. It makes me giggle. I quote it all the time, even though so many people don't know what I'm talking about. I love it.
She pointed at me when she said that. I want
You
you
don't
to
know.
Oh, I didn't. That was a general point.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay.
So when you pointed directly at her.
But I've not seen it. She was
She's
correct.
not- I do think she should watch it. I think you would think it's funny.
Why is this fly?
I don't know. It's attacking.
I'm not a fan of this fly. All right, Ashley. What's
My
your-
number 5 is Hogan's Heroes. I love this show. I watch it with my dad. It's nostalgic. It reminds me of being a little kid.
That's so sweetie.
That's my number 5.
My number 4. I put down The Chosen,
Your
but I
number
haven't watched The
5?
Chosen. My number 4. I just did my number 5.
Oh, I was
Fall
like,
of House of
Fall of
Usher.
House of Usher.
yeah. Sorry.
I think my number 4. I know.
It's
Tell me
okay.
about it. This
Yeah.
freaking fly. We have to do something
It'd be
about
what
it.
it be.
When we cut, we'll do something about it. I was gonna say The Chosen, but I haven't watched Chosen in a long time. I think I'm gonna say The Vampire Diaries. It's not my number
Period.
1. It's not my number 1.
Period.
All right.
But it is on the list of 5.
Slay. My number 4 is Modern Family. Hilarious. NBC really knows how to do the sitcoms.
Love them. Go Modern. I love that family.
I love that family.
That's such a modern family.
They're so modern.
Number 4, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Period.
My favorite vampire show of
vampire
all
shows.
time. Yes.
Oh, okay. So I remember you saying that, but right now I just feel extra offended at that
Because she had to say it a
it's
second
of all
time.
time.
It's my favorite of all time, yes.
Okay, that's cool.
You don't
Fav-
have to be offended.
Favorite of all time.
Okay.
My number 3 is Black Mirror. I like that every episode's different. I feel challenged mentally to question what I think about the world
And reality.
and reality.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Period.
that's good.
Period. My number 3 is Normal People. Same show based off of the book. Great. Paul Mescal, one of my favorite
heard of that
actors.
show.
Daisy Edgar Jones, one of my favorite actresses.
Is that
It's
a Hulu
wonderful.
thing? Is that on
Yes,
Hulu?
it's on Hulu. It's a limited series. There's like
Okay.
10 episodes or something.
Cool.
Okay.
Number 3, Only Murders in the Building. I love that
Yes.
show.
Such a good show.
Selena.
Yeah, there hasn't been a bad season so far.
I was waiting.
They got
for it to
another
happen.
one. They got another one coming out soon.
They got
yeah.
renewed for season 5. Can you believe it?
I hope they just keep going forever.
Yeah.
Alright.
You know, I have to interject for a second.
Go ahead.
You guys are gonna hate this comment, but I've just thought of it and I think it's funny. You know how like Selena Gomez, Steve Martin, and Martin Short are like the main characters?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like our dynamic is reminiscent.
Who's who, Hannah?
I'm Selena.
No, you're not.
Collin is
I'm Selena.
Collin's Martin Short.
I'm
And you're
Charles
Steve
Hayden
Martin.
Savage.
You're Steve Martin.
No!
Anyway, I just had to say
I'm
that.
a washed up sitcom actor.
A country one. A western.
Steve Martin? Washed
In the
up?
show?
Oh.
That's who he plays?
Not the dynamic in the show. I'm saying them in real life.
Okay.
Yeah. You're Steve Martin.
I'm a
he's
successful
Martin Short,
comedian?
and
Am I
I'm Selena
dating-
Gomez.
Am I dating? Gosh darn.
We're not
Okay.
talking about in the
What's her
show. We're talking about real life.
Yeah, but they're dating in real life.
Are they?
Yeah.
Meryl Streep and
Meryl Streep.
No.
Meryl Streep.
And Martin Short?
And Martin Short.
No.
Are they?
And I can't be Martin Short. I'm Martin Tall. Martin
I
6
was
feet
waiting
7.
for that to happen. Also, you're not.
All right, my number
Let's
one.
carry on.
That
My number
derailed
one-
us.
My number 1. I'm kind of gonna tie it. I'm gonna tie it.
Wait, are we on one?
We're on 1.
thought we're on two.
On
but
2? I just said 2. That it was that, and you said only
That
murders
was
in the
3.
building.
I said only murders
your
in the
3?
building is 3 for me.
Oh, freak. Okay. Well, my number 2 is Emily in Paris.
Pelly?
I do like it. It's a guilty pleasure. I wouldn't want anybody knowing that I'm watching it. If someone
So
was
he's
to
gonna
walk
tell
in,
the whole world.
if someone was to walk into my room, I would pause it because I never know what's gonna happen next.
That's
You
true.
wouldn't hit like the Roku home button.
I would. But
Roku City!
Maybe. I think it's romantic.
It's cutesy.
Yeah.
My number 2, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Yet another NBC sitcom. Hilarious.
Period.
Love it. It's objectively good TV.
Period.
A winner.
Yes.
It's a winner.
2 for me is the bear. I love
Yes,
the bear.
chef.
Yes,
Yes,
chef.
chef.
Behind.
Did you know they actually went
Behind.
to a cooking class.
Yes.
Yeah.
They both did culinary school.
They.
Who was the female?
Io
the
Debris.
girl?
Io
Is it?
Debris.
Ira Debris.
Io Debris. I love her.
Go
I'm
her.
obsessed with her.
What a queen.
I love her. Irish princess.
She's lovely.
Irish?
She's not Irish.
She's not Irish.
It's a niche internet joke.
A niche internet joke.
Yeah, sorry.
Cool. Okay. Well, my number 1. You guys want to take a gander? Want to guess?
The Vampire Diaries.
No, that was
my number
4.
Broad City.
I forgot about that one. That is a good one.
Reba.
Biba.
Biba.
It's Biba. I love Biba. But I have been watching a lot of Broad City on YouTube recently because I can't
The
find.
shiny-
I don't
It's
have,
on
I don't have-
YouTube.
it's not. It's like the
It's
clips.
clips.
and stuff.
It's bootleg.
But it's posted by them.
You showed me that clip the other day with what's her name?
And the yeah.
What was that lady's name?
Carol.
Carol.
Is that the one with the...
Hi, Carol.
With the yogurt?
With the yogurt, yeah, it's the yogurt. I don't know if I don't recognize
With the package.
tongue thing, but it's a good episode.
This fly
This fly
is insane.
is about
He's
to drive
terrorizing
me
us.
up the
Biba.
freaking wall.
Biba.
We love Biba.
Biba. All right.
Biba back in
Yeah,
town.
I just really want to hug Biba and give her a high five.
You should go on The Voice. Maybe she'll choose you.
I couldn't tell you if I was.
What if she picked you?
What? I couldn't tell you if I was. I think we lost the plot.
Number 1
Me and Ashley have the same number 1.
Duel number 1.
in 5,
Oh,
4.
3,
2,
1.
New girl.
I know, you see, somehow the world will change for me and be so wonderful.
Yeah, my number 1's actually iCarly. New Girl is the best show of all time. Nobody can ever fight with me on it. I've watched it upwards of 15 times.
Okay.
So many times that I don't know how many I've
You don't have to
lost
yell about it. Like, you don't have to scream at us.
Okay.
It's a super comfort
I'm
show.
passionate about New Girl.
I know what's going to happen. I'm comfortable. It's funny. It's sweet.
Yes.
I love Jess. I love Nick. I love them all.
Love them all.
You're a Nick girl.
I'm a
She's
Nick
Nick.
girl. We've talked about this.
If I had to cast all three of us as one of them, Ashley would be Nick, but in like a cool way.
Okay. I'll take
Collin
it.
would be Schmidt. There's no beating around the bush there. That's just the
Ain't no beating around that bush.
I think I would be Winston.
I think so.
I think
I would really want to be
I'm a
Coach.
Winston
I don't know. Is Winston the first black guy they had? And then they replaced
technically
him
Coach
with
is the first one, and then Winston comes, and then Coach comes back, and they're both there.
Yeah, so I think that kind of wraps up the top 5s as of late with
Yes.
your 3 Bs.
As of late,
Yes.
we are indeed skipping weekly wins this week.
Should we
Even though
do a
had
quick
them.
speed round?
I don't know what week this was.
I don't know what week this is.
I don't either.
I'll just do a yearly win.
All right, favorite article of clothing right now. Go.
Jort.
Okay. I approve.
Reeboks.
Reeboks.
I love the box.
I've been really loving my cargo pants.
Slay.
And all my new shoes.
This is
loving my
our
new
version of a
shoes.
weekly win for this
Weekly
episode
win,
because we
clothes
lost
win.
Yes.
Thanks for sticking along. Sorry for how chaotic this
Sorry for
is.
the
We love
weirdness.
ya. If you made it this far,
We love you.
We
Go
love
on Reddit for a
you.
chance to win a $15 gift card to
don't lie
good
to
stuff.
them.
There's not a gift card.
If you go on Reddit and you live in our area,
First
and you
person to
comment,
post on the subreddit gets a $5 good stuff gift card. I will commit to that.
period.
I could
Let's do
chip
10.
in.
Let's do 10.
I could chip in.
$10. $10 good stuff gift card.
$10. Somebody post on Reddit.
Yeah.
If you post
First
on
person
Reddit
to
that
post
you
on the
love
subreddit,
us,
yes,
and what your top 5s of movies are,
and say banana.
just
then
say
we'll
banana.
know.
Then we'll know.
It's like send us a screenshot on Instagram. 3Bs on a pod.
3 Bs on a
Pod.
I'm Collin,
I'm Hannah.
And I'm Ashley.
and we'll see you next time.
Great show.
Bye, guys. Great show.